Please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. On behalf of the fall class of 2019, the faculty, staff, students, and alumni, I would like to welcome all of you to the commencement exercises at Georgia Southwestern State University. I want to thank our music for the national anthem. Ayana, thank you very much. Mr. Watford, thank you for playing today. We appreciate that very much. Those of us who live here and work here, we understand that a college campus is a wonderful place. There are many special days, exciting days. There are art shows and plays, games, opening nights. But twice each year, we come together to celebrate the most important and exciting event, commencement. Georgia Southwestern's campus is full of extraordinary men and women, and we cherish our unique position from which we can watch you grow and develop in knowledge and maturity, and because of this, we take tremendous joy from your success and great pride in your accomplishments. When we hear your name called and when we see the smiles on your families' faces, we hear the shouts and the cheers from the crowd, we remember why we chose this profession. All of us at GSW are proud of you and especially proud for you. At this time, I would like to recognize and introduce the platform guests behind me. I would ask that you hold your applause until all have been recognized. Mr. Cody King, Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Laura Boren, Executive Vice President for Student Engagement and Success. Dr. Suzanne Smith, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Liz Wilson, the Dean of the College of Business and Computing. And Miss Kathleen Tucker, President of the GSW Alumni Association. Mrs. Krista Smith, the University Registrar. Dr. Sandra Daniel, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Dr. Rachel Abbott, Dean of the College of Education, and Dr. Kelly McCoy, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Would you please help me recognize these distinguished individuals? In addition to the platform party, there are other individuals and groups with us today that I would like to recognize. Last Saturday, on December the 7th, we paused to remember America's police officer Nick Smar and GSW police officer Jody Smith, who were killed in the line of duty 3 years ago. And we remember their service to this community and to this campus. The ceremony, as you would expect, is a solemn reminder of the risks that these members of our military and our first responders accept every day. So I think it's appropriate and necessary to ask any of our students and any of our guests who are either currently serving or have served in our military or serve as first responders, if you would please stand and let us acknowledge you and thank you for your service. This is a unique and special graduation at GSW. Not only is this the first time that we have had 2 ceremonies on the same day, it is also the first time we have had a ceremony exclusively for graduate students. In most cases, the differences between undergraduate students and graduate students is pretty significant. In my case, when I earned my bachelor's degree, I was a single 21-year-old kid excited about the party that we were going to have later that night. When I earned my master's degree, I was a 30-year-old husband and father of 3 boys. When I earned my bachelor's degree, I walked to the ceremony from my dorm room, which was 3 buildings over. I grabbed a degree that I never really questioned whether or not I would get it. But when I earned my master's degree, I drove over 100 miles to get to the ceremony with Christy and the boys. I had to stop and change a flat tire with 3 boys hanging out the window on a 95-degree day on the side of a highway. And I arrived at the ceremony drenched in sweat, with dirt and grease up to my elbows, and I walked across the stage to receive a degree that no one thought I would ever achieve. When I received my bachelor's degree, I thought I was pretty special. I thought the world belonged to me, and everybody else was just kind of living in it. But when I earned my master's degree, I finally understood that I could only accomplish my goals with the help, support, and investment of others. I've never been more proud or more humbled than when I walked across the stage to receive my master's degree. Now, of course, I don't know each of your stories, but I know that none of you are the same today as you were when you earned your bachelor's degree. And while that was probably a proud time for you, I want to recognize and celebrate the path that led you here today. This degree separates you from a large majority of the population. You are unique, you are special, and you are extraordinary. No matter what your path has been, you should be proud of what you have accomplished. I speak for everyone here when I tell you, you have our admiration and you have our respect. We're very proud of you guys. Congratulations. We know how hard you have worked, and we know that you have, without a doubt, earned this recognition. But that moment when you get the urge to pat yourself on the back is the moment you should think about and recognize all those people who made sacrifices so that you could be successful. No achievement comes without sacrifices. And many of you are able to attend Georgia Southwestern because of the sacrifices of others. And I know many of those people are with us today. They are excited and ready to celebrate this accomplishment with you. It might be your mom and dad. It might be your grandparents. It could be your spouse and your children, or your brothers and sisters, or all of those people combined and others as well. But no matter who they are, I know from looking around this room that for each of you, there is someone. So graduates, would you please help me take a moment to thank those people that are here that helped you get here today. Now, as you can see, there are also members of the Georgia Southwestern faculty with us this afternoon to share this exciting moment with you. GSW's faculty is an outstanding group of professionals who take great pride in their work and in their students. A substantial percentage have earned their doctorates and in many disciplines have brought Georgia Southwestern not only statewide, but also regional, national, and international recognition. They care a great deal about each and every student they teach, and it is their caring that is on display this afternoon. Will you please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding members of our faculty for their commitment to GSW and to the students. As graduates today, some of you have already done this once, but some of you, this might be your first time. You're joining a very distinguished group of individuals. You are Georgia Southwestern alumni. And that designation and that distinction will stay with you all your life. The value of your relationship and your connection to your alma mater will be up to you. But the best way to increase the value of your degree over time is to become an active member of the GSW Alumni Association. At Georgia Southwestern, we want to be your lifelong educational partner. So here to further explain the benefits of the association is the president of the GSW Alumni Association, Ms. Kathleen Tucker.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to these remarkable graduates. I am honored to have a part in today's exciting occasion. And as one of several items on today's program, keeping you from your diplomas, I promise to keep my remarks brief today. As your current president of the Georgia Southwestern State University Alumni Association, I extend a very warm welcome to you today, as you are now a part of a great network of individuals who have been where you are now. Today, you cross just another threshold in your desire for lifelong learning. And as a graduate today, you represent much of all that is good and great about Georgia Southwestern. Consequently, much of what the public will think, hear, read, and believe about our alma mater will largely be based on the actions and good deeds of graduates like you. Your past accomplishments, your future achievements, the way in which you live, and the values by which you live will reflect upon the educational values of GSW. In this role of graduate, you will be called upon to do many things. And yes, being called upon does sometimes mean making a financial contribution, but please do not panic at this time. I'm not asking you to pull out your debit cards, at least just not yet. For now, called upon has several other meanings. For example, you may be called upon to host internships or mentor students at your place of work and help a current student get valuable and much-needed practical work experience in their field of study. Or you may be called upon to serve as an ambassador for GSW through the Alumni Association. If you are asked to serve, please consider it. I know that I am glad I said yes. Time is a valuable asset because you cannot get it back. And I ask you to invest time into Georgia Southwestern, just as Georgia Southwestern has invested in you. As you prepare to be tremendous assets to society in your various fields and careers, please remember the opportunities and exceptional education you received here at Georgia Southwestern. I ask that you reflect on the commitment that fellow alums and community members have for you and this institution, and ponder how they have helped shape you into the individuals that you are today. I congratulate you again on your graduation, and may all of the wonderful dreams that you have become a reality one day. Thank you.
It is now my honor and privilege to introduce our speaker today, Dr. Liz Wilson. Dr. Wilson joined the faculty at GSW in 1990 and was named Dean of the School of Business in 2010. She has guided the School of Business to record enrollment, ushered in new degree programs, and led the school to adopt new and creative teaching methods and modalities. During her time as the dean, the School of Business has become the College of Business and Computing, and Georgia Southwestern was selected to be the exclusive provider of the Bachelor of Business Administration for the E-Major platform throughout the state of Georgia. But what I love most about Dr. Wilson is how much she enjoys the success of the students and the faculty in her college. There is not a week that goes by that I don't get a text or a call or even a visit when she's telling me something awesome that is happening to the people in her college. Clearly, she is smart, but she is also funny and sincere. She is tough, and I don't mean tough in like the gym coach kind of tough. I mean dependable, reliable, and successful kind of tough. She's going to show up. You can count on Dr. Wilson. And most importantly, she is not afraid to give you a little advice. Now, she wasn't the first person to give me advice when I got this job, but she was the first one to give me good advice. So please help me welcome Dr. Liz Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations on your graduation day. I'd like to thank Dr. Weaver for giving me the privilege of speaking to you today. As he said, I've been here quite a while, and I'm retiring at the end of next semester. So this opportunity is extremely meaningful to me as I near the end of my almost 30 years here at GSW. So I've sat through about 60 graduations. Let me rephrase that. I've been privileged to attend more than 60 graduation ceremonies. So I've learned a few things from speakers over the years, and the one lasting thing I remember is brief is better. There's very little I'm going to say that any of you are going to remember about the lady that talked at graduation. However, this is my last chance to do it, so I'm going to talk anyhow. Seriously, I do have a few things I want to share with you, and hopefully you'll remember the spirit, if not the words. As graduates with your advanced degrees, your journey is a little different from the one that the bachelor's graduates are embarking on for the most part. Most of you already have a job at the place you intend to get working or keep working. Many of you plan to use your degree to move up in your job or enable you to change to a more desirable one. You are about to become leaders in your organizations, whether that looks like being a leader in your school or building, a nurse practitioner, administrator, or educator, or a middle or upper level manager in your organization. You'll find that with these leadership positions comes more authority and more responsibility. But you will have responsibilities beyond the classroom or the boardroom or the bottom line. You'll have responsibilities to those who trust you to lead them. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. I've been a leader at this institution and others before coming here. So I've experience in education and leadership. Where my most lasting education and leadership came from, however, was from watching and talking to my father. My dad married my mom as soon as she graduated from high school at age 16. He worked full-time while attending college at night, supporting my mother and my oldest sister. He graduated from college and joined the Navy in World War II, already the father of 2 small children. During the war, he was an engineering officer aboard a destroyer and managed a group of seamen during battles in the Pacific. So here are some of the lessons I learned from watching my father and listening to him over the years. Lesson number 1, listen to your subordinates. You will be entering new responsibilities, likely being younger than some of the people who have been in your organization longer and who are getting paid less than you will be making. In some cases, you'll be managing people that are older than you, but whether your followers are older or younger, encourage their ideas, empower them to make decisions, and listen to their suggestions. As my dad told me during the war, the machinists were the ones down with the boilers every day. If he took the time to ask their opinion about how to fix a problem, they were likely to have insights he would never have had as a young lieutenant. Kind of in the same vein, lesson number 2 from my father would be something like this. Don't put on airs. Your title or position doesn't mean that you are a better person than someone who isn't in a position of leadership. I know most of the staff on this campus as well or better than some of my peers. We take time to talk to each other, to ask about our families and our lives. If you don't know this by now, you will learn it soon enough. Those are the people that keep your organizations running. Hear that again. Those are the people that keep your organizations running. Think about it. Your organization can survive fine without you for a few days, although we don't want to believe that. But let your office's administrative assistant, or God forbid, the person that knows how to keep the copy machine operating, be out, and our whole place is going to fall apart. My father taught me to judge a person by how well he or she treats someone who isn't in a position to help him, or at least doesn't appear to be in a position to help him. I judge people by that standard as well. If I see a manager treat her subordinates poorly, or who is dismissive of a receptionist or a custodian, I know that person is shallow and I don't respect them as a leader. The book of Luke tells us that where our treasure is, there will our heart be also. I translate this to my father's 3rd lesson. Where your priorities are is where you will have time. Think about this again. Why did you get this degree? Was it for more money, mobility in your career, more respect, an opportunity to advance? All of those things are worthwhile reasons to go back and get your degree. Now, what would your answer be if I asked you, what is the most important thing in your life? I doubt it would be any of those things. I'm willing to bet it would be something about your family. I've got a brief story of two fathers. One father worked as a supervisor at a large manufacturing plant. His only child was a star baseball player in high school. Dad never saw one of his games during the week because Dad was proud of his perfect attendance at work, and he got paid extra at the end of the year if he didn't use vacation time. So the son goes to college and plays in the NCAA Division II National Tournament as a senior. Dad never saw it because, you guessed it, Dad didn't want to take time off. So Dad wanted to make money and retire early. The only problem is he passed away 2 years after his early retirement. That poor man's priority was his paycheck, even though he would have told you, and I'm sure he believed that his family was his number one priority. The other man was a father of 6 and started his own business, originally working with one employee out of the basement of the family home. Despite this, he attended every event he could, including the basketball games of his youngest daughter when she played in high school and college, even though in his mind, girls basketball wasn't really a sport. This man grew his business into a large regional contracting firm with nearly 100 full-time employees while still finding time each summer to take all those kids on a 2-week camping trip, think National Lampoon Family Vacation. He worked until he was nearly 80. When he passed away at 96 after being married to my mother for 77 years, my mother and all of us children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren knew we were his top priority. Okay, so it wasn't all that brief. But my point is this: don't get so caught up in growing your career that you forget why you work in the first place. If you're only seeing your spouse or your children one day a week and are on business calls that one day because your work demands all of your time, it may be time to recalibrate your priorities. Finally, my dad taught me that good leaders know how to say, please, thank you, and I'm sorry. I went back to get my PhD because a leader challenged my assumption that my subordinates weren't motivated because they were poorly paid. I intended to study about this and prove him wrong. Oops, he was right. Our faculty here are underpaid for the investment they made in their educations. And this is true not just at Georgia Southwestern, but at smaller colleges and universities across the country. Yet we continue to see faculty stay late to mentor students, to do research, to lead committees, and to volunteer to do all sorts of things they don't have to do. Here at GSW, that may just be because their leaders take the time to personally thank someone for doing something, to write them a note, to take them to Chick-fil-A. It simply means that those people are made to feel that they are making a difference in their jobs, to the university, and ultimately to you, the students. Thank a teacher. Thank a subordinate. Heck, thank your server at dinner tonight. Apologize when you make a mistake. And do that with as much vigor as you used to chew out the person when you thought they had made the mistake. In other words, respect people. If you want people to follow you, ultimately you have to be a leader that they want to follow. If you just bully people into following you, one day you may turn around and realize that there's no one behind you. So my theme today is that for your new advanced degree puts you in rarefied air especially here in the Southeast where advanced degrees are the exception rather than the norm. This gives you opportunities to advance your careers and to open new doors. As you advance and go through those doors, keep your priorities straight. Remember to respect those who helped you and continue to help you and lead from the front. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to hearing about your successes.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson, for those thought-provoking and inspiring comments, and for your years of service and commitment to GSW. This is a special place because of people like you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Suzanne Smith, and I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Georgia Southwestern. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our fall commencement. We're delighted to have family and friends here to celebrate this important milestone and to recognize the work that each of you have done to reach this accomplishment. About 440 candidates will receive their diplomas today across 2 ceremonies for specialist, master's, and baccalaureate degrees, awarded by our 4 colleges, each of which is chaired by an academic dean. I would like to add my thanks to the faculty and staff of GSW who are dedicated to ensuring the academic and co-curricular needs of our students are met to provide an exceptional experience for our students. It is now my pleasure to begin the Conferral of Degrees. Georgia Southwestern State University provides the specialist degree in early childhood education and middle grades education. Will the candidates for this degree please rise? President Weaver, on behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing before us whose names are in the printed program and who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Georgia, the rules and regulations of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, the rules and regulations of the University System of Georgia Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you a specialist degree with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. You may now come forward and receive your degree.
Sandy Alcidanis. Christina Elise Aldridge. Rebecca Swilly Angela. Rachel Michelle Bowen. Elena Ray Brazil. Louise Plashon Brinson. Erica Danielle Brown. Margaret Lucinda Brown. Dontavia Rihanna Bryant. Alexandria Dorothea Byram. Crystal Latrice Carter. Manana Maria Cosi. April Dawn Crocker. Kayla Nicole Farrar. Tanya Nicole Ferguson. Brittany Chelsea Forrest. Megan Elise Guzman. Jordan Elizabeth Hardegree. James Dwight Hilton. Brianna Michelle Houston. John Derek Hutchinson. Sarah Ashley Lanier. Tomika Lashonda Luke. Tara LaShawn Mallard. Erica Chandrell McCoy. Kimberly A. Merritt. Teresa Smith Neff. Kelly Hans Pearson. Kimberly Brooke Pittman. Minetta Faye Pooler. Lauren Michelle Powers. Consuela Peterson Reed. Ashley Courtney Reese. Robin Nicole Reed. Ashley Jaquise Rowe Jones. Heather Yates Rosecrans. Annalie Carver Rumker. Marion Tovares Simmons. Tiffany J. Spikes. Keela Matrice Swinson. Andrelyn Kamir Tift. Shelby M. Turner. Namie Victor. Katracia Waters. Tia Dion White. Sharita LaShawn Williams. Jessica Nicole Woods. Erica Yvette Tucker. Macy Camille Ackridge.
The hooding of graduate students signifies advanced scholarly achievements. Before receiving their diplomas, each candidate is hooded by their respective program chair and dean. I'd like to introduce the program chairs who will be assisting the deans in their hooding of their candidates for their master's degrees and ask them to stand as their name is read. Dr. Lauren DePaula, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Carol Bishop, College of Business and Computing. Dr. Kathy Barnetson, College of Education. And Dr. Paula Bryant, College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Georgia Southwestern State University provides the following master's degrees: Master of Arts in English, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Computer Science, Master of Education, and Master of Science in Nursing. Will the candidates for these degrees please rise? President Weaver, on behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing before us and whose names are in the printed program who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Georgia, the rules and regulations of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, the rules and regulations of the University System of Georgia Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you a master's degree with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. You may now come forward and receive your academic hooding and your degree.
Jonathan Edward Simmons. Paul Brian Fitzgerald. Rachel Irene Griggs. Lakeon Jamar Little. Brandon Gerald Lovett. Jessica Michelle Lynch. Alexandru Melos. James Marion Tumberlin. Anita Jo Williams. Alexis Cook Apperson. Lauren Mary Barfeld. Candace Dawn Barnhill. Kayla Nicole Beck. Cornelia Leek Billingsley. Haley Nicole Carter. Sloan Carlisle Clyett. Linda Carleen Connor. Shatiria Janae Crawford. Amber Nicole Davis. Melissa Jane Dockery. Rebecca Lee English. Heather Stackhouse Goff. Hannah Elise Green. Latanga Hayes. Melody Olivia Johnson. Tina Louise Jones. Rebecca Lee Norris. Christy Kaysen Lyons. Carmela Conrad May. Erin Christina Merritt. Shanice Danielle Reddick. Sarah Ricardo. Georgette Salter. Allison Lynn Stapleton. Patsy Lee Stolaric. Shannon Celise Taylor. Mallory Dial Veal. Elizabeth Latrell Waldron. Heather Brooke Young. Anna Michelle Harlan. Andrea Rochelle Mathis. Alicia Lynn Preston. Lavika Gwinnett Stewart. Michael Brian Wells.
Yeah, we can clap for these guys. Again, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the administration, and the students of Georgia Southwestern State University, I offer our congratulations on earning your degree. Will you please stand with me and join us as we sing our Alma Mater? The words are, in case you don't have it memorized, the words are printed on the back of the program and you can join in. So after our Alma Mater, if you all will remain standing and in your places for the academic recession, and then we will be dismissed.